The challenges of setting up a business in Thailand is, number one, like ownership laws of companies is difficult here. You know, like standardly, you can only own 49% of a Thai company, right? Unless you use a different structure.
That's what you did, B.O.I.
Correct. So the government's getting better in supporting it. So they've got the board of investors, which allows you to do some different business units, as long as it's adding value to Thailand. When I say adding value, usually it's like training, skilling up, young Thais. So technology companies do well; they love this. As long as you show a plan. So there's all different types of companies that the B.O.I lets you do. We have to do a business plan, and you can imagine Thailand is so slow.
But was it difficult setting, you come up with your business plan, you want to enter Thailand with the B.O.I. How difficult was it to get through the initial stages?
Oh yeah, it's
a lot of paperwork. I'm guessing.
It's painful, and you're pitching this to the B.O.I kind of government, and because you're speaking English and they speak English, relatively.
Yeah.
But there's a total disconnect. The process, like everything in kind of emerging markets, it needs to evolve to facilitate this. But it's challenging. But I had some good Thai staff help me along the way. But the business plan that I was showing versus really what I was trying to do, I was just kind of like, checking boxes for them, and it was difficult. I wanted to pitch them. This is the idea. The idea was we build Siam Valley, which was Silicon Valley in Phuket, and that was the idea initially. And we create a tech hub in Phuket. What a big kind of thing to kind of say to them. And I thought it was, it added a lot of value to not just Thailand but Phuket as well. And let's really, redefine and create a tech hub in a great location.
And why did you pick B.O.I? Wouldn't it be a lot more simpler to find a Thai partner? And
100%. I mean, that's the easy one. We did this initially, but the truth is that you can't own it. So if you're building a company of scale, which is like own my only part, I don't really know about small operations, but if you're building a company at scale to sell, you need a clear ownership structure.
Okay.
No one's going to buy a company where it has to be owned 51% by Thai because they can't actually own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can never acquire the company. So you have to have a structure where you're building to sell. So this allows a foreign entity to come in or Thai entity to come in and own 100% clear outright. I think it's the only structure, if you're non-Thai as a foreigner here, to really structure a company to sell. So that's super important. You get the structure right. It's where I would start. So we have our IP in Singapore and we have our operating companies in Thailand, and it allows for a very investor-friendly structure.